Are you in the process of relocating to Salem, Oregon, but you're wondering which small surrounding town might be a better fit for you? Well, in today's video, we've got you covered because we're going to be diving into the top 3 most charming small towns located around Salem, Oregon. My name is Clarity Odd, and I'm a local real estate broker here in Salem who specializes in relocations. Just like you, I relocated to Salem, and now I get to make these videos all about this amazing city for you, my future clients. If you want to work with us in the home buying process, go down to the description of this video where you're going to find all of our contact information. Reach out so that we can help you. Today's video is divided into 3 main stops. We're first going to talk about Silverton, then Dallas, and then Independence. Each of these towns has its own unique characteristics and might just be the perfect fit for you in your relocation chapter. The first town on our list is called Silverton. Silverton is located just about 30 minutes outside of Salem and has just over 10,000 residents. One of the largest reasons why my clients end up purchasing in Silverton time and time again is because they either want a small community feel or they want to purchase a home that has a little bit of acreage. Silverton is uniquely positioned at the very base of Silver Falls State Park, which is famous for being one of the opening scenes of Twilight and also its gorgeous waterfalls. Silverton has an incredibly strong sense of community within the town, which really draws a lot of people in. It's very common for Silverton to host a lot of different events throughout the entire year. You're going to have the Homer Davenport Festival in the summertime, Oktoberfest, Christmas in the gardens, 4th of July fireworks, Easter egg hunts, and so much more. What keeps Silverton feeling incredibly cozy and tight-knit is its historic downtown. There's a small river that runs throughout downtown Silverton, and you're going to find that a lot of the cafes and restaurants on the main streets and bars are actually located right on top of the river. So if you go have a drink on their patio or maybe dinner on the patio, you're going to be sitting right on top of that river. It is very charming and so stinking cute. I will say that the food scene in Silverton, in my opinion, is mediocre. The pandemic really hurt Silverton, and I personally don't feel like Silverton has recuperated fully. There's a lot of opportunity for people to come in and open storefronts and restaurants in the historic downtown Silverton Center. One of the biggest attractions to Silverton, besides Silver Falls, is going to be the Oregon Gardens. The Oregon Garden is a beautiful garden that is very well maintained and hosts weddings. It has 4th of July fireworks, like I mentioned earlier, and it even has live music in the summertime. It's a very strong center and focal point for the community. There's also a very cool Frank Lloyd Wright house turned museum on the Oregon Garden grounds. Why people end up moving to Silverton is because the school system is phenomenal. It's a very small community, but still accessible to Salem and Portland, and it's just stinking cute. The largest negative about living in Silverton is that the home prices do tend to be higher in Silverton than they are in a bigger city like Salem. This is because there's a lot of demand to live in Silverton, and there's just not a lot of homes for sale in Silverton. Silverton does not have things like Costco or Trader Joe's or Target or large strip malls, and so if that's of interest to you, you might find that Salem is a better fit for your needs. But Silverton is very, very close to Salem, and within half of an hour to 45 minutes, you can be at any of those big box stores. So if you're looking for a tight-knit community, potentially a hobby farm, you want to open a restaurant, or you have kiddos and going to a Montessori school is super important for you, then these are going to be really great reasons to check out Silverton. Now, this is a lot of information being thrown at you all at once. I totally get that information overload is a thing. So don't worry, I have zero expectation that you remember any of this. But the thing that you do need to remember is that once you've decided that you want to move to Silverton, you want to move to Salem, or any of these other places on this list, book your one-on-one consultation with me so that we can chat about your relocation needs. The next town on our list is called the city of Dallas. Not to be confused with the Dalles, which is in a completely different part of Oregon. Dallas is a bedroom community, and it's filled with a lot of retirees who want easy living in the country with small town conveniences. Dallas is home to the Dallas Retirement Village and is filled with commuters who oftentimes find themselves in Portland, Salem, or even Corvallis. This is a town that's located just on the other side of the Willamette River from Salem, so it is slightly south and further away from Portland than Salem is. Dallas has about 16,000 residents and is one of the more affordable towns surrounding Salem. The overall cost of living and the cost of real estate in Dallas is going to be a fair amount lower than Salem. So you're still going to be within a half an hour's drive of Salem, which means you're still going to be close to a Costco and a Target and a Trader Joe's, but you're not actually going to find those big city amenities in Dallas. What you're going to find in Dallas is a very different vibe than Silverton. Dallas is more geared towards people who want a historic country feel, that want to retire, but they don't want necessarily a hustling, bustling downtown center. Now, don't get me wrong, Dallas has a lot going for itself and it has a really robust community unto its own, but I personally don't feel that Dallas gives the same vibes as Silverton, where they invite people in and they want to have a community centered around people doing activities and coming from Salem. Dallas is a little bit more tight-knit in that it focuses on bringing the people who are already existing in the community together. If you're wanting a small town that has a very strong focus on community services like parks and libraries and contributing to the overall quality of life, Dallas is going to be a really great place to check out. This is a pretty sleepy town, but it's super charming and appealing in its own right. I would say the largest drawback to Dallas is that it is going to have limited job opportunities. Because Dallas is a smaller town and it really has a focus on the retirement communities there, there's just not a lot of opportunities within a lot of different industries in Dallas. For that reason, it's very common for Dallas residents to actually work in Salem and just drive back and forth for their daily commute. Dallas is going to be a great place to purchase a home if you are looking for small town vibes, cheaper housing, rural landscapes, retiring, or you just want a really great local community to settle into. The next town on our list is called Independence, which is neighbors with Dallas. Independence has just under 10,000 residents and is very similar to Dallas in many ways, but I would say that the largest difference between Dallas and Independence is the overall vibes and the fact that you can buy a hangar home in Independence. Now, if you're not a pilot, you might be like, what the heck is a hangar home? Well, it's literally a hangar for your aircraft of whatever kind, your small propeller plane most oftentimes, and you can have a new home and a new hangar in Independence. Independence has a large focus on their waterfront events and having non-locals come in to join in on those festivities. Silverton is very similar in that way, and Dallas, not so much. They focus their events on just the locals. But Independence, they are wanting people from Salem to come into the town and celebrate with them. Now let's get back to the hangars. So all of my pilots out there, if you want to park your plane in your very own hangar attached to your house, this is the town that you need to be looking in. Independence has a bit more of a robust historic downtown than some of the other places on our list, and there is a really strong effort and emphasis on revitalizing that downtown area. Now, very similar to Silverton, Independence is also right along the river, and Independence has its own waterfront, which is on the Willamette River, which is also where Salem sits, just a little bit further north. Just like the city of Dallas, people end up gravitating towards Independence because it tends to be a little bit more affordable than Salem or Silverton. Just like the other two towns on this list, Independence has a very tight-knit community as well. But the biggest drawbacks to living in Independence is very similar to Dallas, and it really does have limited job opportunities within the city of Independence itself. It's very common for people to live in Independence, but commute and work in Salem, especially West Salem, because West Salem is very, very close to Independence. Independence is going to be a great location for anybody who wants country living with a little bit more entertainment and easy accessibility to Salem, or if you're a pilot and you want to park your plane inside of your hangar attached to your house. Silverton, Dallas, and Independence are all really great small towns that surround and feed into Salem. You're going to find that whether you end up purchasing a home in Salem or one of these smaller towns, they are all very connected with each other. And heck, I even drive to Independence to go have my nail tech do my nails there every month because it's really not that far away or difficult to dip in and out of Independence from Salem. If you enjoyed this video, you're going to want to watch this one next. Bye, friends.